What is up, everyone? Circflex here, bringing you guys Advent Calendar Day 11, and it is the Chrysler K American Heavy at Tier 8, of course. Now, the bundle will be 51 bucks. You got the usual 5,000 gold, 30 days to premium, 3 points of equipment where they don't add optics for some reason, and you get a camouflage that's completely random, and this time it's a water element. Yeah, looks pretty cool. 40 missions as well, as per usual, and like I said, it will be 51 bucks. If you're gonna buy it from the in-game store, it's gonna be 9,200 gold, which is about 33 euros. So it's it's somewhere in the midway. I feel like the Leuven Tier 4 have been like 40 bucks plus always, but there's other heavies that are like 27, 28. So somewhere in the middle in terms of pricing, fairly expensive, I'd say. So Chrysler K, what are you gonna get? Well, you're gonna get a pretty good DPM, almost 2k. You're gonna get good dispersion values at 35, aim time of 1.82, which is really good. This aim time is disgustingly good for a heavy. 35 top speed is average, it's workable. Tank defer is actually pretty damn good, and the power to weight is really good at 20. So pretty decently, I'd say above average mobility for a heavy. The armor is also pretty damn good. If you take a look at the 3D model, you'll see that the lower plate is about 210, 211 at its weakest. Upper plate goes all the way up to 250, 240. As you can see, the hull is pretty damn meaty, and so is the turret. As a backwards mounted turret, of course, so what you want to be doing with these things is side scrape, like so, and then your armor becomes really damn good, right? You can't really over angle because your sides are good, but not crazy good. It's only 104, 105. So this is kind of what you want to be doing. And it has a little cupola, quote unquote, weak spot, but as you can see, it's not super weak, especially not for anything that's tier 7 or below. And that's kind of this thing's, this is kind of what it does, right? It only has 6 degrees of gun depression all the way around, by the way. You don't get more to the sides. So 6 degrees of gun depression only, that's pretty terrible. For a heavy, especially the American kind, because usually they have 10 degrees of gun depression, turret in the front, yada yada. And the other downside is that the AP rounds is only 198 pen, and in today's world of tanks, it's definitely not enough. And when it came out, it was definitely not enough, right? It's only enough if the matchmaking was decent and it was plus or minus 1, right? Against tier 9s, you would struggle. Against tier 7s, you would not struggle that much. And then the APCR goes all the way up to 260. Which is a massive increase, and your shell velocity goes up to almost 1200, but your shell cost is 4800. That is terrible. That conversion rate is terrible. There's 390 alpha special ammo at tier 8 that costs way less than 4800. So you're gonna pay a lot of money to shoot the APCR in this tank. And in today's world of tanks, you're gonna be shooting this a lot if you want to do any kind of damage, because 198 is just simply not gonna cut it. So the good and the bad. Also, 380 range is pretty low for a tier 8 heavy, if I'm honest. And that's kind of it's not super annoying. It's kind of like the baseline that you want to be at, because this is how you're going to trick it out, right? If you're not going to use the cola, you're still going to be at 448 if you have Frozen Arms, Recon, and Situational Awareness, which you should have, especially on the premium. But if you don't, be aware that you're not going to have max view range, because the base view range is so bad for a heavy. Your DPM goes up to 2250. Your dispersion goes to 34, your aim time goes to 178, which is these values are pretty damn good for a heavy, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, the downsides kind of outweigh the positives, in my opinion. Also, a lot of the maps, it's kind of hard to work this. It really only works on good flat city maps. The moment there's hills in play and whatnot, it's kind of really awkward because the backwards mounted turret. But in a city fight, if you're playing against tier 8 and lower only, this thing will be pretty damn strong. If you're fighting against tier 6s, it almost feels like cheating, if I'm honest. And that's kind of shitty, because again, Wargaming doesn't know what to do with heavy tanks. They're usually too good if they're top tier, and too bad if they're down tiered. Even against tier 9s, this thing will kind of struggle. And because their armor, well, I wouldn't say it's flat, but because it's like 240, 250, and 212, a lot of tier 9s will just shoot through your hull pretty damn easily. And tier 10s especially, and TDs of like tier 7 and up with their special ammo don't tend to care all that much about your frontal armor anymore. Definitely not your lower plate, and at tier 8 and higher, their special ammo will probably just go through your upper hull as well. So that's kind of shitty. So what this basically means is that this thing is made to be shot with APCR. which is shit because then you don't make any credits, and it's made to be shot at with special ammo, which is also shitty for the game. So, kind of shitty all around. I would not recommend this tank. If you're gonna be buying an American Premium Heavy at tier 8, I would highly recommend getting the Patriots, or as it's known without the camo, the T26E5. Then you get your run-of-the-mill American Heavy tank, right? You get the 10 degrees of gun depression, you get a really good turret, and then your base pen is 230, which is way more manageable, especially with the reloads you have and whatnot. So I'm not going to go into details here. I don't know if it's going to be for sale later or not, but I would highly recommend just getting this at some point instead of now, like hastily buying the Chrysler K because it's only for 24 hours. So yeah, I would not do that. And yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the Chrysler. Let me know what other tank you would might recommend instead. Would you recommend the Renegade over the Chrysler K, for example? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. I personally, like I said, I would go with the E5, but that's just me. See you guys tomorrow for day 12. Peace out, guys.